Yes, yes.
And we are here again, minus one. Scoop is on vacation, but we're going to speak as if he's not even here. So we're just going to not talk about him no more. All right, for the rest of the podcast,
How
we
you
all
say
agree?
that after you say he not here?
Yeah, I could have just. Yeah.
Cause
Hold on.
why?
No, this is the thing. We all
Right.
going to come up with a rule right now that we just can't mention his name throughout the whole podcast.
But can we, wait, well, just 1 second, because you're welcome to a whole episode of TalkHvy. That shit
First
was
of all,
that was
the fact that you got a new mic and you keep going all the way over here
I don't even
just
have
to
to.
talk and just to use it, at least if you're gonna spend a lot of money on a nice shiny mic, bring it to the forefront.
All right, let's redo this.
Yeah, let's just start over.
Welcome to a whole other episode of Talk Heavy. It's your girl V.
It's your boy Dodge.
Call me, bro.
All right, and thank you. We are back. We are missing one, but we're going to push it forward. Hope you're enjoying your vacation, Scoop. And let's move it on. So, we are officially on our first episode for 2021. How y'all feeling about ending 2020?
Man, the hell with 2020. It's like, no, it was an amazing year. It was an amazing year. I'm just ready for 2021 to be better.
Yes, yes. I mean, yeah, yo. I think going in the future, everybody need to strive for better, yo. Facts. I think this pandemic, we definitely need everybody to get vaccinated. I know y'all don't like these vaccines and all that. In 2021, I need y'all to get vaccinated because I want to go out. So get vaccinated.
Here he go with
You left him in 2020.
Oh my God, we should have left you in 2020.
Get vaccinated in 2021. I need to go. I
Did
want to
you
go
get vaccinated?
outside. Not yet, but I will.
No,
But
you
I'm just
can
saying,
go outside. Just put your mask on. You good? What are you talking about?
After you get a vaccine,
everything is closed. Everything is closed. The restaurants.
Oh, they just
closed,
opened back up. Gyms just opened back up yesterday.
Oh, okay.
We in the game.
I went to matches the other day. I don't need no vaccine. I survived that.
I'm just saying.
So Scott is starting with us already, but you want everybody to get vaccinated so we can go outside.
Yes, and without these dumbass masks on, I'm tired of wearing these masks.
That's not even what
I don't anticipate the masks are going anywhere for a while. But moving on, Keith, how was your New Year's Eve? Did you do anything?
I just drunk some Henny. I ain't get drunk neither though. I was surprised. Like I drank the whole joint and I didn't get drunk. I don't know what's wrong with my body. I had a little party and by myself in my bed.
No, you lying. Almost caught you. You had a party at your house on New Year's?
I didn't have no real party. I was trying to finish my joke.
If you had a party at your house on New Year's?
Let it land.
Yo, I swear to God, you better not have had a party at your house.
I ain't had no party. I would never have no party without you.
Nah, dog.
I wouldn't do that to you, Taj.
I feel like you definitely would do that to Taj.
You had a party by yourself?
I had to keep. Well, it was, I got alter egos. It was Ro, it was Cray, it was Chef Keith, and I got a new one, but I can't say his name because it's racist.
Ooh, what did Chef Keith cook?
I made turkey lamb chops.
Turkey lamb chops.
Sounds disgusting.
It was vegan, so don't worry about it.
Turkey lamb chops that are vegan. What's going on?
What you turning vegan in the New Year?
Yeah, I gave up meat for the New Year.
Oh wow! I guess Scoop is here today. Okay. So let's go into looking at 2021.
Tell us what you did for New Year's.
Oh, I'm sorry. So for New Year's, one of my homegirls, she invited me over to her and her boyfriend's new crib. And I ended up staying for 2 days because they didn't run out of mimosas. And you know me, I love a good mimosa. So that was my New Year's celebration. Was with them and playing with their dog, Chance. Chance is a cute little pit bull. I love dogs. I'm excited to get mine. So yeah, it was fun. It was cool. But yeah, so let's move into what is everyone's goals for 2021. Now, TalkHvy is coming in strong this year. We're going to be better than ever. So what is one goal each of you have for TalkHvy this year?
Go first. Keep going. You started off.
Go first. All right. Well, it's a hard goal, and it might not be able to happen this year. But I really want to do a live show, so maybe we do need to get these vaccines out so we can have one of those. That's the last time we was
that was with you. I was with you.
T. Start
I was
mentioning
rooting for you.
Think about that money, Ty. Think about the money. I ain't say we gotta get it. They gotta get it. so you can come to the show. But I really want to have a live. I miss having live shows and having fun on stage and just doing a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So I want to get back in that. Taj.
But my goals for TalkHvy this year? My goal for TalkHvy this year is honestly, I'm planning on just firing Keith and then taking his spot, and then me, Scoop, V, Scott, we just gonna run it because I'm really just tired of Keith for real.
Well,
at this
well, say that you said you're gonna fire me, then take my spot, which means my spot is higher than yours. So how would you fire me?
Oh, that was good. Oh, that was good. So with that being said, my real goal for TalkHvy this year is to maintain my employment here, and to hopefully, I'm just saying like this. I hope we hit a lick this year, y'all. You know what I mean?
I want at least hit
I want to hit a real lick this year. You know what I mean?
I want 10,000.
You know what I mean? I was thinking 20.
Oh, that's even better. Maybe 21.
20. I was thinking 22.
Okay, let's keep going. Scott, what's your goal for TalkHvy this year?
I hope that we all can just stay safe, man, and also be consistent throughout the year. Sometimes it's really hard. So I hope we can all stay consistent with all our other goals that we have in mind. That's all. Something simple. Yeah.
Consistency is the key to success. I like it. I would say my goal for TalkHvy this year is I really want to book some like really amazing interviews. Like I'm really looking at like, some podcast collaborations we can do, and hopefully, bringing on some like celebrities and stuff. But that is my goal for TalkHvy this year, is to get some really good collabs and interviews going. So
nothing.
What happened?
Huh? What happened?
No, last year we had some good interviews. Don't do that.
We did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. yeah.
I don't book interviews no more.
Okay, we got to talk about everybody's roles after this.
You know who I want though, real quick though. Since they're getting divorced, I want Kanye on here because he getting divorced by. Apparently, him and Kim getting a divorce. We need Kanye on here. Oh yeah, that news just came out like an hour ago.
I ain't hear that. Hold on.
Yeah, I want to have Kanye on here because I know he's gonna go crazy.
Oh, they said it an hour ago when we was having the
shots are being fired.
Oh, you mean like an hour ago? You mean at like 6 o'clock?
One to be exact.
Yes. Yeah, they said they about to get a divorce. They said, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to."
It's not on the shade room, so
we gonna
keep not official yet. Yeah,
it's not official.
On the shade room, it's not real.
Keep moving.
You're right.
Yeah,
because that's where all the real news comes in at.
Yeah, and
I'll say nothing like that.
Scott, you like this year we're gonna stop this fake news you're doing. We're just gonna stop.
Yeah, we're gonna let the fake news leave with Donald Trump's presidency. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
we're gonna do.
I want to interview Donald Trump.
Let's talk about it.
So okay. Now that we did everyone's goals for TalkHvy, I want to know what is everyone's personal goals this year. So Keith, let's start with you.
Y'all gonna laugh at me when I say this, but my personal goal is to start putting God first more and having more faith, and going to church and all that stuff, so I can feel good inside, spread it out.
You said you want to go to church?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to church.
Are you speaking of the church where people are dying of the COVIDs, or are you looking at a different church?
That ain't. You know what? I can't even get into that right now.
Hey, V, that wasn't funny. It wasn't funny, V.
I was just asking a question. I didn't name the church. I was just asking.
It wasn't funny. Wasn't nothing funny about that.
So you want to get closer to God, go to church?
I do. I want to get closer to God. I have been watching church virtually. For the past Sundays, and I've been tuning in, and I'm just trying to get my Lord on.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
Playing it safe. Taj, what are your goals this year?
My personal goals for this year. I'm flipping a house this year.
Ooh, I like that. That's a good one.
Hey, how you gonna do that? Yo, put this on game, bro.
You want to know how I'm going to do it?
He do
Yeah,
Forex.
put us on game.
At a later date, I'll tell you how I'm going to do it. But I'm
He gonna pick up the dog.
It's
This is
okay,
not a-
Taj.
this is
You
not
know
a
what?
tutorial.
You know what we're gonna do, Taj? For my Money Honey segment, I'm gonna interview you first, and we're gonna talk about flipping houses.
Oh, I'm trying to get into that.
That's gonna be a separate from the show, but it's going on the TalkHvy YouTube channel. Check it out.
Alright,
So, Scott, what's your personal goals this year?
My personal goal is I'm trying to get a 6-pack. That's what I'm trying to do this year. So that's the vibes for this year.
Go to the store and buy one.
I ain't doing all that. I'm gonna work for mine. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my sit-ups, my crunches.
Oh, you talking about on that stomach?
Yeah, on the stomach. Yeah, I'm trying to get this right.
You gotta make that for 2022. You might need about.
Why is Scott motivation and goal for 2021 is to get his summer body right? I really don't understand. Why is he trying to get his summer body?
I can't get my body right.
Yeah, you want
Keith
to
is over here trying to get Keith over here trying to get his spirit right. I'm trying to get my finances right. Scott's over here talking about some other stuff. Like, all right.
I want to get
body right. When you get your body right, you get your mind right. And when your mind and body is right, you can get your pockets right. You feel what I'm saying? It's all
There's a lot of fat rich people.
Yeah, look at Scoop.
What do you have to say for the fat rich people?
Oh, it is. But when your body and mind is right, everything else can fall into place. Though
Comes in full circle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Body right. Everything.
I like it.
I
mean,
don't believe
I'm
he did.
So we got Keith getting right with God.
Yep.
Taj, he's getting his money together. Scott's gonna be out here looking like a bad bee. Um,
That's gonna be snatched.
for
I'm
myself,
trying to get that.
for myself, my goals this year are, I have a list of them, but the ones I'll share is definitely I want to get in the habit of expressing gratitude more. And just, putting that energy out into the world by like appreciating the things and showing thankfulness to God above. And also working on discipline. Right now I'm actually doing a 21-day fast, so pray for me. It's hard, but that's my way of really. You
started already?
Yeah, I started it.
Oh,
that's what right now mean, Taj.
I know, but I was just saying, like, oh snap, like, all right, go back to your mic.
But yeah, so with my 21-day fast, that's pretty much me starting off the year to really get the discipline going and hopefully keep it up for the remainder of the year. So I'm excited.
That sounds good. I need to learn some discipline too, because I keep on spending money. As soon as I get it, I want to put it out. I gotta spend it.
Like that mic.
Like that mic.
What are you buying?
Just like this mic. And this is the cheaper one I bought.
What's the worst impulse purchase you made in 2020, Keith?
What was the what?
The worst impulse buy you made in 2020.
Ooh, the worst impulse buy me. I bought like all this stuff for a game because I wanted to be the best character.
How much
did you become the best character?
I did, but it was like $200. Huh?
What game?
I ain't even mad. I can't even talk about it. I had to delete it. No, it wasn't Fortnite. No, I had to get rid of the game. I had to go ahead and say, you know what, man, it's getting too far.
Okay.
All right.
So we got the impulse buying. We're gonna work on that. Get closer to God. I feel like that's something you should pray about, Keith. You should pray about that.
Yeah,
God answers prayers.
We got a couple comments. Someone asked, "Where's the big unfunny guy at?" Brittany said you're glowing, V. And
thanks, Red.
Chanel said that my mic sounds great. Thank you, but that's kind of
his mic does sound
good. Y'all hating his mic sounds good.
It really does.
So now let's transition into TNN. So this week for TNN, today is the Georgia runoff elections. We are waiting to see whether Georgia is going to be able to pull through and get these 2 Democratic seats so that we can then have Kamala Harris as the tiebreaker and finally have a blue running Senate. So how are y'all feeling about this runoff election?
I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know.
Scott, you're qualified to answer.
I'm so. Yeah, I don't know, man. I was like, it's election time, but what in the? I can't keep up with all these elections. So Scott, please talk to us.
Yeah, I mean, it's important because it's Democratic majority versus Republican majorities. So they're trying to get control of the Senate for the next 2 years. And that's why it's so important. That's why everybody's talking about it. It's not because Georgia is just some special state. I mean, it's a cool state, but you know, that's why. So I mean, it's interesting because your boy Donnie been trying to, always every Republican election, he's trying to like say that any election the Democrats is winning is illegitimate, it's not, solid. And so in Georgia, he was doing the same. Did y'all hear that audio that dropped?
Yes. So Donald Trump, well, I didn't listen to it, but I read the script. So Donald Trump, long story short, there was a 1 hour long audio of him calling the Secretary of State in Georgia, basically asking him to find 11,000 plus votes for this Georgia runoff election. And so that's been all over the news because people are like, how can he do that? That has to be illegal. So yeah, Donnie is not trying to give up his seat at all. Also to add to that, not only is Donnie struggling with giving up his seat and not letting it go, he had 12 Republicans confirmed that they are planning to challenge the election results unless a commission is created to audit them. And basically that's just them trying to force another recount, to force the states to vote independently. I mean, to vote individually again on the turnout of the presidential election. So yeah, he's not letting it go.
Can I ask like a question to y'all? What's the likelihood of a recount or like Trump actually staying president?
The likelihood of that is like,
slim to none. Like this is honestly like, when I was talking about this the other day, I was saying like I feel like these 12 Republicans, and I think it's more than that now, but at the time it was only reported 12 officially, who are planning on challenging the results. I really feel like it's just a political move for them because a lot of them know that their fan base or their, the people who would be likely to vote for them are Trump supporters. So by them putting their name attached to this, it will be, beneficial for them in the future. Like prime example is Ted Cruz is one of the main Republicans who has been like announcing this. And Ted Cruz is allegedly, we don't know yet, but allegedly planning to run for president in 2024. So him doing this is basically him solidifying those votes from those Trump supporters by getting his name out of like, no, they did my man wrong.
Man, listen, I'm just ready for Donald to get out at this point. When is the it's January. When do Biden supposed to get sworn in?
Oh yeah, it is January, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when is he supposed to be sworn in?
Is that the 21st? I honestly don't know the exact date, to be honest.
Oh, all right. Let me see.
The 20th, actually.
Oh, the 20th. Okay, it's the 20th.
Oh,
so January 20th.
We shall see whether it's gonna be him getting sworn in or Uncle Donnie creeping his way back.
It's really not. It's really it's like it's like this Floyd. This is like this Floyd versus Logan Paul fight. We all know what's about to happen.
The funny, I'm not saying that Trump is not leaving. I'm just saying if something funny business start happening on the 20th, I'm just saying like it's not impossible.
2021 worse than 2020 and Trump actually stay president. That would be crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's just like anything is possible.
So I guess that goes to my question though. Like, do y'all think Trump should just let it go, or is he, is he right to give it a last shot of like trying to keep his presidential seat?
I mean, I say if the man want to fight, let him fight all the way to the end. Let him go out scratching and screaming all the way to the 20th.
I think for my nerves,
get that much more satisfying.
for my nerves, I wish he stopped because I don't like. I'd be like, I don't know if this really can work or not, or what if it do work? And I'd be nervous. Like, oh, geez.
What if it do work?
You gonna have him for more years?
If it worked, that would be funny.
But then he said he gave up, but then said we took it back. Like, never mind, I'm going back again. I don't understand politics. I feel like reality TV. I feel like
it is reality TV. That's exactly what it is.
I feel like every day is a new episode of something else. I just be so
Bro,
confused.
House Husbands of America. I'm telling you, it's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
so confusing.
My best friend and his wife, like he and his wife came down to visit me one time during the quarantine. And I remember he turned on CNN and his wife was like, he be watching it every day. He was like, this is better than any TV series or reality TV show. Like, he was like, the stuff that you see on CNN all day is literally unreal. And I'm like, I'm starting to believe it. I'm starting to believe it.
Like, they be arguing with each other. They be chopping on each other. They're like, you're an idiot. You'll never do this. This guy's retarded. Blah blah blah. I'm like, Jesus Christ! I don't even know you can say this stuff on TV.
That's like y'all remember Alternative Facts from Kellyanne Conway?
Nope.
Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't see that? Where she was, they called her out for lying on live air. And she was like, nah, that's alternative facts.
no,
That's alternative facts.
I do remember that.
I'm like,
They
what?
literally had the recording. They had like everything she said, and she was like, "Nope, that's alternative facts."
I'm like, what?
And that's why she was the perfect person to work during the Donald Trump era. Like, alternative facts and fake news became a thing for 4 years after that. So
I'm gonna start using that again. That's alternative facts.
So yeah, so it sounds like everybody feels like, Donnie, if you want to give it a shot, go. But at the same time, sir, it's your time to go because we are tired.
We're at.
So moving on into our TNT segment, this week we have Nicki Minaj drop pictures of her newborn baby. Did y'all see the pictures?
Yeah.
Yep. Yes, I did.
Don't care.
Gosh.
Yeah, facts.
My godson looked good in the picture. He was cool. He was chilling. You know.
You said your godson?
Yeah. My godson. My godson looked good. You know, we just got him some diapers and stuff. We sent him some stuff. We sent a little care package to Nikki. Mama Nikki. Made sure she was good. You know, we always make sure our queen is good.
What's your godson's name?
Huh?
What's your godson's name?
You said what?
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
So,
all right.
Gosh, what did you think?
Nikki put out a great question of her kid, and no one cares.
People, the world cared. She almost broke the internet. Don't talk about.
You feel like nobody cares, Saj?
I mean, the baby can't even talk yet. Like, I just don't understand why we need. I don't know why it's always like a grand thing when a celebrity puts out a picture of the baby, the unveiling moment.
Let me talk to Taj for a moment. You know, your king and queen of Philly putting diamonds over their stupid baby face, and you want to talk about Nicki Minaj, baby? You worry about your king and queen, and I worry about my queen and how beautiful pictures and all that stuff.
His no-name godson. Don't come at him like that.
All right, you got it. Anyway, moving on. Yo, so apparently what's more interesting is Snoop and Eminem beefing, apparently. So therefore, yeah.
Who's a hater?
Thank you so much for that transition, Taj. So did y'all hear the track that Eminem dropped on Dat Piff? Which Dat Piff must be making a comeback in 2021 because Lil Wayne then dropped a project on there. Eminem is dropping projects on there. I might have to start logging back in. But Eminem dropped a song. Apparently in the song, he dissed Snoop. Then he also did an interview basically saying why he dissed Snoop. And of course, Snoop had to come back with a rebuttal. So did y'all hear it?
Yeah.
Scott, you the relative Eminem fan. How did you feel about it?
I feel like Eminem should not be. I feel like Eminem can diss pretty much anybody, but I feel like if he wasn't supposed to diss somebody, it's Uncle Snoop. That's Uncle Snoop. You ain't supposed to. You're not supposed to diss Uncle Snoop at all. You're not gonna get any respect out the hip hop community for ever dissing Snoop. That's just not. That's not the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Snoop all about positivity. Most of the time, all about positivity.
The man who called Gayle King.
Hey,
you got it.
Hey,
that's what I said most of the time. That's why
you got
most of the time. Wait a minute. Hold on. He also apologized. He said his grandma called him, and he apologized for that. I know what you're talking about.
Not his
So
grandma.
his grandmama called him and said he apologized. But anyway,
Okay.
you should never, and I mean never, diss Snoop Dogg in the hip hop community.
Yeah, I don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
why is always old rappers dissing each other? Like, why?
It's just random. Nobody cares about this type of beef trying to brew up. Like what? Like y'all both old
They're both old. No one was looking for it
at all. Like no one is
that
sitting at home, even during the midst of a pandemic. Nobody is fiending for good Eminem and Snoop Dogg beef.
No one under the age of 25 even know what that piff is. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
You just wasted your time. You might as well put it on SoundCloud.
Like,
I'm sick
like
of
you just put it on Apple Music.
I think the bigger topic is how sick of we are of old rappers trying to stay relevant. Sometimes you gotta give it up and hang it up.
Yeah, coming out of nowhere with old ass beefs talking about some nigga. No, nobody cares.
1989, Snoop Dogg stepped on my shoe, so I'm going to diss him in 2020. Like,
Yeah, I ain't really fuck with it.
Wait.
So what other old rappers are you tired of like trying to make themselves relevant?
Pusha T.
God. Benzino.
And I'm a big Lil Wayne.
Benzino still putting out music?
He said something in the interview about Eminem, and I didn't appreciate it. But anyway,
What did he say?
he was basically saying that he didn't get enough credit for his diss tracks, and he thought his diss was better than M's Drink Champs. Basically, that's what he was saying.
Oh, okay. So Benzino just doing Benzino things. Okay.
Like, y'all remember the time we used to murder Joe Budden for dissing Drake 700 times in 1 week? Now we just letting these old motherfuckers just go peacefully. Y'all see Andre 3000 playing the flute outside of Starbucks.
That was not Andre 3000. That clearly was Scott. That's clearly was Scott.
I for one would love to see Andre 3000 outside playing the flute somewhere. I would really enjoy that.
But like, we tell basketball players to retire, we tell football players to retire, soccer, all that. Rappers have to start retiring. We do not care anymore.
Why?
Just live off your old catalog. Don't put out no new music. If you had to put it on that, work on more new music.
No, I agree with that. Sometimes I feel like old rappers be putting out like new albums, and you can tell they're trying to make it sound like the now time, and it just don't
work. It don't hit.
Yeah.
So at what point should a rapper retire?
When they know they're not good no more. Like they know, you self-aware. You know when you're not good as a rapper.
I'll say 35. Hang it up.
35?
Right.
I mean, Jay-Z's still dropping good projects.
Right. Exactly.
No, he's not. Since 444
project,
and that wasn't even a good. It was good, but it wasn't.
444. He was over 35.
Right. And your opinion on 444 is a minority. A lot of people like that album.
No, I love that album, but it wasn't like something so grand.
All right, I'll say 40. All right, 40, hanging up at 40.
Age though.
Yeah, I was about to say J. Cole is 35 right now, and I don't feel like he's at a point in his career where he should be.
I say it depends on how far you get. Like you know when you're not relevant.
Cole hasn't dropped a good album since 2014.
Well, that's not true because
come on, bro. Right? Wait, what?
I mean, I think he's dropped good albums. They might not have been as good as the one he dropped in 2014, but he still dropped good projects.
It's one of his best projects he ever dropped.
But I feel like
For Your Eyes Only.
That was one of his best projects that he ever dropped. Are you like dead ass right now?
I'm 100% serious. What? For Your Eyes? Y'all don't think For Your Eyes Only is one of his best projects?
His only good album.
Oh my god. Whatever. This ain't.
Scott, you're in the minority in this boat right now.
Because I don't know how many times y'all listened to that album, but the message
several times.
The message behind that album and the you know what he talks about, the storytelling is so great that I feel like,
Yeah, I get to that story first, and he put me to sleep before I got to the whole story.
Maybe it is a different vibe. It's not super hip hop, but it's different. But I like it a lot.
So like For Your Eyes Only, I did like the project. I listened to it a lot, but I would never say that was one of his best projects. Like I feel like because I personally enjoyed it for like the story and him really showing his love for his wife, his newborn child, telling the story of his friend dying and writing that letter to his friend's daughter. Like that was dope, but I will never say that's one of his best projects. Like I just
Not putting it in the top. You count mixtapes too? Or you just talking about albums?
No, I'm talking about albums though. I'm talking about studio albums. But for
like
me, it's he got 4, but he got 5 actually, but it's he got Born Center, 2014 Forest Hill Drive, the Sideline Story, KOD, and For Your Eyes Only. That's the 5.
I like KOD. KOD was good too. For Your Eyes Only sucked.
Nah, listen. I mean, that's the beauty in music. Everybody has a different opinion, and everybody receives the music differently.
For his eyes only.
Okay.
So before we move on, wait, real quick.
I wasn't moving on. I was saying he basically feels like J. Cole needs to retire. Is that what you're saying?
First of all, he don't drop no albums. He just look homeless. But yeah, he should probably stop. He should probably stop right about now. No one gonna listen to J. Cole. Only a certain amount of people that don't got nothing better to do in their life gonna listen to J. Cole right now.
If J. Cole dropped the album right now, I definitely feel like it would go platinum. He's definitely going platinum, like 100%.
People's schedules messed up, and they run out of melatonin at the store, so they need to play J. Cole album to go to sleep. God, don't want to listen to damn J. Cole.
That should not
stop disrespecting Cole. We're not about to do a disrespect Cole on this podcast. This podcast does not tolerate J. Cole hate at all.
Not at all. Not at all.
Time to hang it up.
Also, earlier you said Pusha T was old, and I appreciate that. He's amazing right now. He's right now at his
that Cash Money beef his whole career. We're over it.
He's one of the best artists out right now.
I don't know who works him or Gilly with this Cash Money beef, but they both need to let go.
Gilly's definitely worse. Cash Money beef. I think you a hater though, Keith.
I think the people in the comments trying to kill me for talking trash about Cole.
They should. You fully deserve that.
Everybody
and while you get that hate, let's take a brief break to talk about our sponsors. This podcast is brought to you by TalkHvy. That's TalkHvy. You can find us on all platforms. Also, ladies, if you're feeling hit, holla at _ just Brit. And you have one.
Huh? Yeah.
Yeah, Beauty by 10. I don't know the slogan.
Get your makeup done by Beauty by 10. Because if you're ugly now, you'll be a 10.
Hey, I like that. I like that. Go from a 3 to a 10. Hey. And finally,
Keith, my fault. I didn't know the ad was done.
And finally, if you want to check out another podcast, make sure you grab some wine, have a good time with Sip and Spill, where we sip on drinks and spill the tea on dating and relationships. So, moving next, we have our TSPN segment. Gentlemen, the NFL regular season is officially over. So my question to everybody, and I'm judging, is who do you have going to the Super Bowl and who do you have winning it all? I will start with Keith.
The Chiefs and the Bucks. And I got the Chiefs winning it all.
Okay.
You got the Buccaneers?
I just feel like Tom Brady gonna get angry. That's
not a bad pick. That is not a bad pick. That's not a bad pick at all.
You think so?
He the most.
And I will say Tom Brady has the most to prove out of the NFC right now too. So yeah, that's not a bad pick. Scott, what say you?
Definitely got the Chiefs. And I'm thinking the Saints.
That's my pick. Yeah, that's my pick. You said what?
I don't trust Drew Brees' health in the I just like he won't get hurt at some point in time.
And Taj?
Man, well, since the Eagles is not in it, then I'm just be honest with you. I don't even care about football until next season. Because my team is the Eagles. And the Eagles they're not here this year, but we are still world champions, and don't you ever forget it.
I do have a
Did
dark
the
horse.
Eagles make it to the playoffs this year?
No.
I'm sorry. Actually, did the Eagles get half of their wins this season? I'm sorry. Did the Eagles even make it in the top 2 of their division this year? I mean, the list goes on of how embarrassing the Eagles were this year.
It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic going on.
That I would agree with. That a lot of teams
It's experiencing.
so late inside the season. A lot of teams were sick. There was a lot of teams.
You know what I mean? It's a lot going on. COVID's around. A lot of fear in the air. You know what I mean? A lot going on.
And somehow every other division except the NFC East managed to have a team that at least broke even. Okay.
Listen. Philadelphia was just going through some things. We'll be back next year, ready to go.
Now, don't be surprised, guys, if the Ravens end up in the Super Bowl. Don't be surprised.
We will be shocked.
Because that defense is stamped, and Lamar is playing out of his mind right now.
Yeah, Lamar is a beast. That's facts.
This
is gonna be a good test for Lamar because he's gonna have to make up for his playoff embarrassment last year. So
same team. So
I'm very curious to see how he does. So with that being said, who do y'all have winning it all? I have the Chiefs.
Yeah, the Chiefs.
I got the Chiefs too, though, even though I rock with the Eagles. But Andy Reid, I still rock with Andy Reid. So
yeah,
Andy Reid.
Oh, wait, Scott, who you got winning it all, Scott?
All of it, the Chiefs, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
so unanimously,
definitely.
we all said the Chiefs.
The Chiefs got a spotty defense though, and Tom Brady.
Yeah, their team is like unfair. Their team is so good.
Yeah,
and Patrick Mahomes,
crazy.
Yeah, Mahomes is that's Patrick Mahomes. So,
but like the old GOAT versus the new best, I think that'd be a great Super Bowl.
It's not happening.
I mean, that would be a rematch.
I think it would be dope. Like them two in the Super Bowl would be so crazy.
I don't think the Bucks can beat the other NFC teams, though. I don't think they can beat the Seahawks. I don't think they can beat the Packers. I don't think they can beat the Saints. I don't think they can beat them.
Turkey in the playoffs.
What, Aaron Rodgers?
Aaron Rodgers won the Super Bowl once 10 years ago. We gotta let that shit go. We gotta let that go.
And they number one, so we'll see.
He's been number one before. He still only won 10 years.
Yo, that's it's hard to win even one. So
yeah, but that's 10 years ago. We keep on living off this old.
Yeah, the Eagles know that.
Listen, this man Aaron Rodgers threw 48 touchdowns. You know how many interceptions he threw?
Yeah.
Yes.
He gonna win MVP. Yeah, he'll win MVP. That's it.
He threw 5 interceptions. He's 37.
He'll win MVP. That's it.
Can't play as good as Aaron Rodgers. He can't. It's not a competition.
He fooled every year in the playoffs.
All right, we'll see.
Except for 1 year, 10 years ago.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. No,
right.
for that. But I think they're gonna beat the Bucks. Anyway, go ahead, V. My fault.
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm curious to hear because Keith shared his underdog winner would be Baltimore. So I'm curious to hear what everybody else's underdog not winner, but did you say winner or just for the AFC?
If they go to the Super Bowl, they win. They run game too hard for the Bucks defense.
So who is y'all underdog? For me, my underdog for the NFC, because I have the Saints, is going to be the Bucks. And then for the AFC, I just don't see anybody beating the Chiefs.
Titans
at all.
The Titans is my underdog.
Interesting.
The Titans is nice. Derrick Henry is crazy. Like, he get going is over for anybody because you got to put all your defense to him. Like you gotta
right, real rap. He's a beast. Like he's crazy.
And the only reason I'm putting the Ravens over them is because I think the Ravens have the best defense right now. They got the hottest defense right now.
And y'all got the second best quarterback in the AFC.
Yeah, I take that. But that's the only thing. But I am scared of Derrick Henry. That boy beast.
Yeah, he's a problem.
He had 2,000 yards.
He can move people out the way. Like last year when you put Earl Thomas and turned him and made him into a blocker, I said, all right, you know what? it's no way. Oh, and we got a comment from Marquise. He said the Steelers are trash. And by the way,
who asked? First of all,
he's
okay, you know what? I'm sick of this. I am sick and tired of y'all coming at my Steelers because first of all, we won our division unlike anybody else's team on the stage. So don't come for my Steelers, okay? I'm sick and tired of it. I didn't even
Who's in
bring
y'all
up the
division?
Steelers today.
Who's
The
in
Baltimore
the division?
Ravens and the Browns, who both made it to the playoffs, by the way. Our division was the only division that had 3 out of our 4 teams go to the playoffs this year. So who else has something they like to say? Because I'm tired of y'all coming at my team.
Hey, I just think, Juju gonna dance his way out the playoffs this year, and that's gonna be that. So
They put that clip of him dancing, and then he got smacked right afterwards. Oh my god!
Saying is that we were clinched for the playoffs weeks ago while everybody else was still playing for their spot. So I'm not trying to hear nothing that y'all got to say. Period.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
And that settles that.
Yeah. So I'm sorry, got me all worked up. So let's move on now. We got our segment, Was I Wrong? Where in this segment, we tell a story and we decide, was I wrong? Was I right? So, Taj, what do we have this week for our Was I Wrong segment?
Well, this week, this Was I Wrong comes from Black Ink Crew, his very own Caesar Emmanuel. Allegedly, he beat his daughter, took her out the shower and beat her and disciplined her for not washing the dishes. Now, his daughter took to Instagram to go live and explain the story. She took to Instagram to explain the story, her Insta story. Her mother made a grand statement. His girlfriend made a grand statement. Caesar made a grand statement. Everybody made a statement. I feel like nobody probably came to no conclusion. But the questions did flare. Should fathers discipline their daughter as if they would discipline their son? And I would say, honestly, I think discipline is discipline and abuse is abuse. Those are two different things. You know what I mean? But I don't think he abused his daughter. I think he just beat his daughter. I'm not jumping in speculation. I know people talk, you know what I'm saying? But for real, you want to know my true, honest opinion? This don't sound like nothing but a storyline for Black Ink Crew that's probably about to come back on. Like, just real life. Like, I'm like, because it's so miscellaneous to come out of nowhere. I mean, shit happens, but it's just so, I'm just like, okay, beef it up for the new season. Sounds like it's a new season on the way. That's my whole thing on. How y'all feel about it?
You feel like he was wrong?
Wrong for what?
For being on Black Ink Crew. For beating his daughter, man. What you mean?
I think this scenario is kind of like different, right? So it's like, was he wrong for disciplining her versus was he wrong for beating her? I think we all would be in agreement that he was wrong for taking her out of the shower butt naked and beating her. Does everybody agree with that?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Allegedly.
So I guess the question is, was he wrong for even disciplining her, since that is his daughter, in a physical manner? Like, let's just say he didn't beat the dog crap out of her, but just putting his hands on her, period. Was he wrong?
Yeah. Don't put your hands on your kids, people. It's not. It don't help with anything. It just creates a problem and a mental issue.
No, it doesn't.
Some people raise their kids.
So you don't spank your son?
No, I talk to him. We gotta build communication skills, because if you don't, then he'll be scared and then he'll just lie in the future when something is going wrong, or if it's something that he need to talk about, he can't talk about. He's like, well, my dad gonna beat me, so I can't talk to him.
Okay. Scott, what do you feel about that?
Is obsolete and you shouldn't do it. It doesn't help the kids learn what they're doing wrong. It just makes them respond to the punishment.
Right.
And they're going to do whatever they want when they know that there's no punishment available, for the consequence. You know what I'm saying? So I knew that from experience from myself as a kid. I didn't really get hit or beat that much, but anytime there was a threat of that, I didn't really care, because I would still do what I'm doing as long as I knew that threat wasn't there. So that's why it's not, I don't think it's good. I think it comes from slavery too. That's why Black people like to hit their kids so much. But
I seen white people beat their kids. I'm just saying.
No, but I know what you mean, but Black people are. I think it's a thing in our community. Like, get the switches, the belts, all that kind of stuff. I think that's a thing in the Black community, and it comes from slavery.
The older generation tried to bring that down, and I think it kind of cut with the generation that I am in now, where the parents like, well, we're not going to do that. Like, it's not. it's not that deep. I can talk to my child. You know, they can speak. You
Mm.
know, use other ways to try to discipline your kids, because when you did it work with me? No, it didn't. I still did what I wanted to do. So let's try a different approach to life instead of just following what our parents did.
Right.
Okay.
Beat your kids if you need to beat your kids, because some people got some badass kids, and those kids need to be beat. As simple as that. When anybody say, I ain't trying to hear it.
And that
Nope.
makes them worse. Beating them makes them
Nope.
worse.
I
It
ain't
makes
trying to
them
hear it.
violent. It
I'll ask you, why do people need to beat? So if the kid is bad, is there no other alternative? And then what is bad also? But if they're bad, is there no other alternative to discipline them other than putting your hands on them?
No, it's not. Because how are you going to rationalize with a child?
What you mean, how? If you had
Depending
an
on the
adult, you
age,
should be able to do that. You should have.
depending on the age, you can't. So you can always be rational with children now.
Yes.
Oh, all kids are civilized now.
You don't gotta beat them.
Oh,
You can
my
talk
fault.
to them. Either way you talk to them, either way if they're gonna do it, they're gonna do it. But it depends how they do it. If my son gonna smoke,
If you talk to him, like, that's just like if your son breaks something and you like, oh son, man, you ain't supposed to do that, man. Oh, won't do that. But if you beat him, I guarantee you, the next time he get even close to that TV, he gonna be like, oh no, I got beat last time.
I don't want to instill fear into my child. Why would I want my child to fear me? I want my child to see
It's
me.
not fearing. It's not fearing. It's knowing that there's a consequence behind what you're doing.
That's called fear.
That's not called fear. That's
Still
called
consequences.
That's called knowing. If I do this, I'm very aware that there's something on the other side of this that I will have to pay for.
You can instill consequences without putting your hands on your child, though.
You could take a
That's
game.
you could take their things away. You could put them in
So-
timeout. You could.
That's white shit. I'm gonna just say it. That's
That
white
is
people.
not white. No, it is not. No, it's
That's white
not.
That's
No, it's
that's
not.
a
I
point of
used to
parenting.
hate timeout. My mom used to put me in timeout. I hated it. She used to take my game away and go look in the corner. I was sick in that corner. Guess what? I didn't want to do it again.
Always felt worse if I disappointed my parents versus.
So if you got beat, you still would want to go do something just because you like, oh, it's just a beating.
Yes.
No, that would make you be like, yo, I better not do that because I'm gonna get my ass beat.
Now I'm gonna be sneakier about it. You beat me, all right. Well, I don't want to get hit again, so I'm gonna be more sneaky about what I'm gonna do the next time.
No, what if this kid just be like, I'm not gonna do it because I'm not taking a risk to get my ass beat.
But that's
I know me. I used to just not do shit to not run the risk of getting it. I know if I do this, I'm a draw. So I'm not
violence in a person though. So now you will feel as though even in your relationships or friendships, if you do something wrong to me, now I know as a kid that
no, but this is a parent-child situation. You're not gonna try to flip it.
But just like you said though, the child doesn't understand that.
Yeah.
Just like you said.
Understand what?
Just like you said you're going to try earlier in the conversation. You said, are you going to try to rationalize with the child? So you expect the child to understand the difference between a parent-child relationship and any other relationship that they have.
Yeah, because when they get older, you explain that shit. You ain't about to sit there and explain this shit to
them. We're not. That's not what we're talking about. We're not
talking about right now.
Beat your kids. Beat your kids because your kids need to be beat. I ain't trying to hate it. Oh, these kids is gonna have mental health. No, it's 2020. Every kid got an iPad and they on YouTube. Oh, but you don't want to beat your kids. Your kids is exposed to everything under the sun.
So it's not. See, that's another thing. I got kid YouTube, but it on kids YouTube ain't no violence on you.
I'm not talking about your kid, Keith.
I'm the only one who know the experience right now.
Well, why Scott acting like he got kids?
Scott is saying correct things. Scott maybe
he's saying the nicer thing to say.
But I was a kid,
right?
I was a kid though. I was a child, and I do have parents.
Right.
I have both my parents, so I know what worked for me and what didn't work for me. You know what I'm saying? My fault.
You ever play house as a kid and you mimic what you do? Where did you get those actions from? Your parents. Your kid is gonna mimic.
So you're more likely to raise a killer if you beat them.
I'm saying you.
What are you talking about?
Let's say criminal. Let's just say criminal.
You're more likely to raise some.
Not what he said.
You're more likely to what? You're more likely to raise what kind of child if you beat them?
A violent child.
A violent child just because you beat them.
Yes.
All right.
It's more likely for them to be violent than handle things with violence.
Because you beat them,
especially in their child ways. I learned things from my parents. It's probably bad things to do. I learned to talk to people rude,
What about, see, everything ain't attached to what your parents taught you. A lot of things are. You learned your basic shit from your parents. Yes. But when you go out into the world and you start figuring out shit on your own, a lot of shit is you ain't got shit to do with your parents.
I feel like you learn love.
I hear that, oh, when you get older, oh, you're going to be this because this happened when you, I ain't trying to hear that shit. Some shit ain't your parents' fault. Some shit is your fault.
I feel like you learn love.
What do you hold credibility to? Exactly. What is credible to you? Because apparently nothing we're saying is credible. So what is credible to Taj?
What's credible is I think people should beat their kids if they want to beat their kids. I don't think their kids gonna come out like a worse way or a bad way just because they got beat, or now they just gonna go on a fucking violent spree and start killing people because they got beat when they was a kid.
It's a violent spree.
You know what? Okay.
I'm saying that you resolve things. You're more likely to resolve things with violence if you learn through violence.
All
right. That's all he said. If you grow up in a household full of love and care and compassion and understanding,
you can still come out a killer. You can still come out a serial killer.
We're playing games of probability, Ty. The probability of you adopting those principles are much higher than you adopting other principles. That's what we're saying.
He still could be a serial killer. It don't matter if you grow up with all the love in the world.
Yes, he could.
You know what they gonna say on his documentary? He had such loving parents. We don't understand what made him go out in such outrage.
He could.
I just want to make it known. Nobody else brought up serial killing except Taj. I just want to make that known.
Because Taj is the damn serial killer.
I'm just saying, like, all right, beat your kids. V, what you beat your kids?
So I agree with both of y'all for very different reasons. Before I speak, is my mom in the comments?
No. Comment nothing. No.
I'm not. I don't see her in the.
Okay. I got my ass whooped as a child, and I think I came out A-okay. My mom is my best friend. My dad and I are like this. I got my ass whooped. However, what I will say that my mom and dad, well, my dad, he only spanked me once when I was like 2 or 3. I thought I was dying, so he never did it again. He barely hit me. But like my mom, when she would spank me, she always made sure to communicate to me why I got that spanking. It was never like I'm gonna just beat you because you did something bad and then move on or go in your room type of thing. It was always a communication as to why I was being disciplined. And also, my mom didn't beat me. Like, she definitely put her hands on me. There were a few times she brought her belt out. You know, her belt had a name. I knew time was real when she told me to go grab, I'm not going to say her name because it was about 4 of them. They all had old woman names. But whenever she asked
Shirley
me.
And Barbara, by any chance?
One was Shirley.
I know
Bertha. And then
go get Big
Bertha. But yeah, so whenever she told me to go get one of those.
Like, no.
Whenever she told me to get one of those, I knew it was real. But at the same time, I think the reason why, like, for me it worked is because she always had that conversation with me. Like, she still always like showed me love and affection, you know, or whatever after the fact, or after, you know, both of us calmed down, and she always communicated to me what I did that like made me get that, and then I didn't do it again or whatever. Or if I did do it again, you know, because usually it was like if she felt the need to like spank me or whatever, it was because she had already communicated to me twice not to do something, and that third time it's like, all right, you think I'm playing with you? Timeout wasn't working, put me in the corner wasn't working, so now we gonna spank you a little behind and see what happens. And after that, I didn't do that shit no more. Like, and I mean, I hear what Keith and Scott are saying. Is just I personally don't agree with that notion, because I've seen a lot of parents do it that way, and then their kids grew up spoiled. And I mean, not even just spoiled, but I just felt like they came up so one, really sensitive, and 2, it was just I felt I don't. But let me go back a second, right? So another thing I wanted to say is something I learned from like my best friend I mentioned earlier. He's a father. He has 3 sons. He parents all 3 of his sons differently because he learned that all 3 of them are different. So like his oldest son is very sensitive. His oldest son, if you tell him that you're disappointed in him, it's like his world came to an end. So he never has ever put his hands on him. and neither has the mother of his first son, because they know him. Like, they know that, even if he acts up, if you tell him, like, you know what, I'm disappointed in you for that, or you know what, you need to go sit in the corner, he's literally gonna feel like his world just came to an end and he'll never do it again. However, his second son,
he gotta get beat.
I hate to see this, that is a demon child. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. That is a demon child. And so he's tried the same tactics on him, but it does not work for him. Like, he'll tell him to go sit in the corner, he'll sit, and then he'll turn around and do the same shit all over again. Or he'll tell him he's disappointed in him, and he'll like just rub it off and just go do whatever he wants. Like, he is a completely different child. He's a completely different animal. He's a lot. And so for him, he'll spank him or whatever, but he also will communicate to him why he spanked him and still tell him, I love you at the end, and I'm doing this so that you can learn not to do this type of thing. So I think that you have to know your kids. And I feel like Scott was saying, like, when he would get put in the corner, it was like his whole world came to the end. That's because that's the type of child that you were. Whereas like with Taj, that tactic might not have worked with him as a child. So I think you have to know your child's personality. I don't think that every child should be created equal. I mean, treated equal, because not every child is going to be the same. That's just my opinion.
I like that. That was really good. That was really good. The best analogy I heard all night.
Shut up, Taj.
Best thing I've heard.
Kissing ass.
No, I'm not kissing ass. Want to talk about kissing ass? Yes, ma'am. But anyway, yeah, that being said, beat your kids if they need to be beat.
I'm out there beating them poor babies.
Poor babies. Some of these kids deserved. I was a kid who deserved every beating I got. Trust me when I tell you.
My son deserved to get beat too, but I just can't. I can't bring myself to beat him.
You did make a good point, V.
Thank you.
I do.
Thank you.
Every kid can't be raised the same.
Yeah, and you just have to figure out what works for your child. So Keith, if you're big on not putting your hands on your son, that's fine. But if you have more kids in the future, just make sure you work out those tactics.
I'm going all out the window now. Put that goddamn remote down.
Well, y'all, that is a wrap up on today's episode. We do not have a court this week. Sorry, I know everyone's disappointed. Cry, cry, boo, boo. But yeah, so that wraps up this week's episode. Once again, I'm your girl V.
It's your boy Taj.
Just call me Ro.
And until next week.